Hello amazing viewers, good day to you all. Welcome to my channel. On daily, we keep seeing the corruption of Minister Nyesom Wike being exposed. These things just come to the public domain, and it's quite unfortunate that as they make their way through to the public domain, nothing is being done. Now, this is the reason why I said in my previous videos that Tinubu is aware of everything Nyesom Wike is doing. Hence, nothing will be done to him. The whole thing of instructing, a probe to be done into the whole land grabbing thing is just for people to just, shush the talk. But as for taking action against Nyesom Wike, it's not going to happen. And by the ways, when will Nyesom Wike officially become a member of the APC? Because at this point in time, it is best for him to move to the APC. I hate this whole thing, I may not be a fan of the any political party. I may not be a fan of the PDP or a supporter of the PDP, whichever word you want to use. But the truth is that these things, they really piss me off. To see that one man is wreaking havoc to a political party and then nothing is being done to him. In fact, he will have the boldness to come on national television and tell you that he's the one fixing the political party. Every day since Nyesom Wike become minister, there is always one story, and it's always story bordering on corruption. Stories that doesn't even make sense. Even when they say he's working, you go and look at the things that they say he has done and the money, that they put into it. You ask yourself, is it really worth spending that money on? Is it worth spending the money on? FCT schools, not be recently then resume. We have seen groups call out in Nyesom Wike over the state of, primary schools, healthcare sectors within the FCT. What has been done to that effect? But they will spend billions on bus terminal. Where we say, okay, bus is not there available. A lot of things not there even there in place for it. And then they will spend billions on renovations. When there are places that have seriously deteriorated and crying for renovations. No, those places is not good to put into those things. Nigerians don't deserve good healthcare, good education system. They don't deserve it. I knew that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is aware of everything. And look at it. Another land grabbing matter. Illegal move done. Awarding a land to the APC. And then all of a sudden, because it's APC, the ruling party, everything that needed to be put into consideration, fees that needed to be paid, as alleged, has been waived. And giving the APC the land for 99 years. Oh, wow. Nigeria is fantastically corrupt. Very, very corrupt. I am waiting Nyesom Wike in the next couple of days, in the next coming week, there must be another one of useless media chat to defend all this. So that's the latest going on, which I am going to read out to you. But before I get to do that, let me first of all, show us this video where Daddy has really come to give a hard knock on the ADC. In fact, he said the ADC, they deceived Nigeria. So I'm just going to show you a little snippet of that interview because he really talked a lot, talked about, how he would like to run, with Peter Obi and all that, and so much more, calling, for, a person with integrity to be put after the removal of Yakubu Mahmoud. Now, I'm going to show you this little clip of the interview and then we'll be back. The 2023 vice presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Dati Baba Ahmed, says Nigeria does not need an election rigger to succeed Mahmoud Yakubu, whose 10-year tenure expires as the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, on November 9, 2025. Speaking during a late Friday interview on Channels Television monitored in Abuja, Baba Ahmed said Nigeria's fundamental problems are rooted in flawed leadership recruitment processes that have consistently produced corrupt and self-serving politicians. According to him, the electoral fraud has been the breeding ground for insecurity, corruption, and the collapse of national institutions. Baba Ahmed blamed Yakubu for some of the irregularities that marked the 2023 presidential election won by ex-Lagos Governor Bola Tinubu of the All Progressive Congress APC. He said, "All I want is a credible person, not somebody who will clearly rig what the Constitution provides 25% in at least 2/3 of the states of the Federation and the FCT, and go ahead to breach the Constitution and put Nigeria into what Nigeria is today. Just one individual. Throughout human history, individuals make or break societies. He said, our leadership recruitment is the bane of our problems. Electoral fraud is the single most important fact to be addressed in our lives as a nation, even beyond insecurity. Insecurity is derived from electoral fraud. The Nigerian election gave birth to the kind of insecurity we have today. Corruption is aggravated by electoral fraud. The destruction of our youth of the system is aggravated by electoral fraud. Now, I'm going to show you a little clip, from his interview yesterday. He also talked about some other stuff, and, made it clear that, okay, he's not really at chances of contesting with Peter Obi like a running mate.
They are deceiving us.
The ADC?
Yes.
I thought not you were one of them.
No, I'm a Labour Party, for God's sake.
But I thought that you are a Peter Obi man.
I'm a Peter Obi man. I still want Peter Obi to come back in Labour Party, contest 2023 and 2027. Those are please, Shil, I know you call it politics today. And I know we're doing politics. There are more fundamental issues I want to talk about. Even this Buhari case that I talked about, you led me into discussing it. I don't want to. There are more important things. What do we really have? I'm not asking the questions. So I cannot ask myself questions and answer them. But now, look, what's going on in Nigeria? What's going on? What's happening with the Fourth Republic?
But would you be contesting in 2027?
Good question. If Nigeria is still around and there is an electoral system to follow, my love for Nigeria is undying. Mark that. I will appropriately associate with the groups and individuals I think are like-minded and will try to rescue Nigeria.
I will never stop saying what I said about the ADC, my reservations about the members who are in that coalition. As far as I'm concerned, the only person who is really, really passionate and truly wants genuine change to be done in Nigeria is Peter Obi. So far, so good. In the faces, the prominent faces I've seen in that coalition is Peter Obi. And I will not also be surprised if these people, all this gaga they are doing is also to scuttle the chances of Peter Obi. I won't be surprised. Even if they don't want to scuttle the chances of Peter Obi, these same people, aggrieved individuals, know exactly why they decided to come to form that coalition. Aside from Peter Obi that really, really wants a genuine change. Those people cannot tell me they came out for genuine change. The Malam Nasiru El-Rufai, now bitterness, say, okay, he has a fallout with Tinubu. Not because Tinubu is not doing anything. He did not do anything. He knew from the jump that Tinubu wasn't going to do anything. But he campaigned vigorously, relentlessly for the same Tinubu. And today you are coming out to give us a different story altogether. Like you didn't know Tinubu was going to be a failure at the end of the day. We already know for Atiku Abubakar, it is always about his presidential ambition. The easier way for him to be able to get that vote. Not because he mean well for Nigeria. How many years has he been in power? Several years. So what impact did he really put in the North? How well was he able to coordinate the political elites in the North to make the North a place of envy? Before I go come now, when they talk about presidential race. Please. Nobody should come here and start telling me stories of because he was the vice, he was this one. No. At least you start with your hometown. At least if you start there now. Look, there are so many things I look at within the coalition group and I just shake my head. Now, people will be say deep down between them and their maker, they know exactly what they are up for. wrong. I am not saying that power should not be wrestled out of the hands of APC and Tinubu. I want it bad. But the ADC, we can't help but look at the prominent faces in that coalition. And people still joining. We can't help but look at it. They never even cook beans. We don't hear story of one of the ADC person and a video going viral of him being seen completing ballot boxes ballot papers rather, even before the voting. See, you see the kind of people. You see the kind of people where they join there. Now, simply because they hear say, Nigerians are in support of this, some of them will just switch immediately. They want to ride on that, wing that, Nigerians are after these people just the same way they did in 2023 with Peter Obi. Or because Peter Obi is there. That's why Peter Obi really need to watch it. Look, it's not because you are part of the coalition and then anybody wants to contest. You can't sit down and say, okay, let me, you can't show support for the person. In fact, you have to warn everybody there. Anybody contesting under the ADC should not have your picture in their flyer. So it is good to put things in place. Even if these individuals want to give Peter Obi the ticket on a platter of gold, I still have my reservations. Because we don't see waiting God for that reason. Square pegs in round hole, they do us. This one go stay, you go see, go bring name, you have to put this one. There is always 1 or 2 compensations to be done. 1 or 2 persons to be settled. And then if you decide not to settle it, that's another fresh crisis emerging. So is that what we should be looking out for? No, now, not be waiting to consider you're going to look out for now. Please. I completely agree with that you. I just feel say, there's some level of deceit in all this. So it will take a long time. Their actions and inactions is going to tell me. For now, I like the fact, that they are giving it to the APC administration, Tinubu-led administration, bumper to bumper, calling them out. But that's not enough. That's not what I'm looking at. In fact, I see they talk all this way. They talk say they need to mesh together. Please, Peter Obi can still do it again, just like he did it in 2023. So I just want, if there's a way the Labour Party crisis can be resolved, give Abu a correct brain factory reset so that he will have a smooth, there will be no problem. Nobody will sit and want to scuttle Peter Obi chance come 2027. Please let them go ahead. I would love for him to even contest under the Labour Party or any other party. It doesn't matter whether it's small, that is willing. If the Labour Party don't get to fix the house, that's what I want. We don't already tire. Thank you so much. Please leave your opinion in the comment section. Now let me quickly read out what the People's Gazette, or should I say the Sahara Reporter. So a lot of media houses did actually carry this, what they reported about in Nyesom Wike allocating land to the APC without due process.
Nyesom Wike, Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, has allocated part of Abuja's old parade ground to the ruling All Progressives Congress (APC), granting the party permanent title without collecting the multi-billion naira charges normally attached to such land. On August 8, 2025, the Federal Capital Territory Administration excised a 2-hectare portion of the old parade ground registered as plot 4742 in cadastral zone A01, Garki district, and allocated it to the APC. Both the right of occupancy and the certificate of occupancy were issued on the same day, collapsing what is ordinarily a long bureaucratic process into a single transaction. The documents indicated that the land premium was assessed at 6,000 naira per square meter with an annual ground rent of 35 naira per square meter, but officials said the party didn't pay the assessed premium of 120.6 million naira, much less the billions that would have accrued by the time other fees had been added. A multi-billion naira obligation should have been imposed as duties for the 2011 square meters allocated to the ruling party. In Abuja's land policy, the statutory charges normally include more than just the premium and ground rent. They also cover development levy processing fees, infrastructure development charge, survey duties, and certificate of occupancy charges, and Mr. Wike waived all for his political group. These additional charges often make up the bulk of the cost of purchasing a land, especially in the city's center. In several past FCTA allocations of similar plots, the total bill runs into billions of naira once all statutory fees are assessed. However, no record of payment was entered, with officials telling the Gazette the minister waived the accruals for his party. Despite this, the certificate of occupancy was issued the same day, granting the APC a 99-year lease on the property at no cost. Also at issue was the speed of the process. It typically takes months and frequently years due to backlogs for a right of occupancy to be issued in Abuja, and much longer before a certificate of occupancy is granted, as applicants are required first to pay assessed charges and comply with the labyrinthine bureaucratic requirements. In this case, however, Mr. Wike handed the APC board documents the same day, even as he overlooked billions that should have gone into the federal treasury to help shore up the country's depleted coffers, an official said. The minister is defacing Abuja's foundational design for his personal and political journey, an official said under anonymity to comment on the brazen corruption of his principal. A lot of what he has done will need to be reversed by his successor for the sake of our country. The plot carved out for the ruling party sits within the old parade ground, one of Abuja's oldest civic landmarks. For decades, the space has hosted Independence Day parades, political rallies, football matches, concerts, religious gatherings, and cultural festivals. By allocating the historic assets to a political organization, the minister has effectively transformed a shared national symbol into partisan control. The financial magnitude of the waiver is also clear from the document. Statutory charges running into billions of naira that would ordinarily accrue to the government's purse were set aside. For ordinary Nigerians seeking modest plots in Abuja, the process requires upfront payment of premiums and fees that often stretch family resources. For the APC, which purports to be the largest ruling party in Africa, the burden was lifted entirely by ministerial discretion. The certificate of occupancy signed by Mr. Wike himself finalized the transfer, granting the APC legal title for 99 years. Once construction begins, the land might be permanently fenced off, ending its use as a public square where citizens once gathered to mark Independence Day or celebrate cultural events. The headquarters of a political party will rise instead. The documents did not indicate whether any portion of the waived amount might still be demanded in the future. What they made clear was that the allocation had been fully perfected and registered, leaving no outstanding conditions attached to the plot.
I said earlier, this is not coming to me like a surprise. I knew from the jump that, a lot of stuff is going to happen with Nyesom Wike giving a political appointment. And here we are. From the jump, Nyesom Wike was giving Minister of FCT, I knew a lot was going to happen. I knew the sole purpose why he was giving this. And this is what we are facing. One of the things we are seeing. The remaining one, now when the election they come. That's one of the reasons. And I tell you that whatever these people are doing in the name of, we are probing him, is just so Nigerians will not talk much about it. The gullible ones will think that, okay, Tinubu is actually working, fighting corruption. I maintain a corrupt person can never fight corruption. Take it from me. It's not possible. It is not possible. It's as if that spirit has possessed them. So it is not possible. I'm not surprised. What's left is for us to wake up and take back our nation. That's what's left. Tomorrow, I will also not be surprised to hear tomorrow that the people who came out to disclose these things, they have also been picked up. I won't be surprised. Because what we are seeing in this administration is oppression, intimidation, every negative, thing you can think of. That's what we are seeing. Lies here and there. What a shame. What a shame. Minister of FCT, we don't get them since. Due process still they followed. He reached in some wicked turn. He decided to turn everything upside down. And people will tell me that some Wike is playing politics. You don't know what you are saying, no. You are just learning how to be a thief, a thug, a criminal. If you tell me some Wike knows how to play politics and you feel some Wike is your role model, then your own don't finish. Your own don't finish as a person. Thank you so much for watching. Please do leave your opinion in the comment section. Kindly subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. Click on the bell icon. The moment you subscribe, that way you get to know as soon as I publish video. Thank you guys for all the love. Thank you so much for the immense support. I am super grateful. I see it. Oh, God bless you richly. Do enjoy the rest of your Saturday and see you guys in my other videos.